All right, team. I'm Tim Jenkins, and welcome to All Things QB. Today, we are breaking down Russell Wilson, his return to Seattle. Okay? I'm going to be breaking down Russell every single week on this channel, so please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I'm a huge FTA guy, which means comment for the algorithm. But we've got 9 clips for you. I've got 5 good, okay? I've got 1 bad. I've got a good bad, and then we at the very end have a so close segment. The so close segment is going to break your heart if you're a Broncos fan, and I'm sorry about that. But we just have to do it because the Broncos were literally so close to winning that game. Because we had a couple of we had a boot, and then we also had another boot that really, we probably should have won it. But I'm super pumped up to be back, breaking down the Broncos. Hope you guys subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's jump into the film. First one we've got for you guys is we've got a nice little deep sit here. Okay, I love this design from the Broncos. You're going to see Sutton. He's just on a real deep, I mean, we're going to call it a real deep sit. Really, like, it's more out of the XZ Reed family, which we talked about before on this channel, where it's like, hey, if you can win, take off. If not, sit down. But I think this is a design sit. And then you've got Javonte out of the backfield pulling in the flat. And that's where we're going to end up seeing just a wide open. Russ does a really good job of being patient with this thing and just really letting it work. And then you can see his little bit of pocket presence, right? Like, watch Russ. It's just a little bit of pocket slide. Boom, delivers a strike. That's big time stuff, man. I love this design. Love the way he sits down. I love the way Russ gives him time. I want you guys to watch Russell in the pocket here. You can see how he just gives this thing a little bit of time, just a little bit of slide, right? 61's doing a great job. Okay, and Russ just slides away a little bit to make his block a little bit more correct. Delivers a dime to Sutton. So that's big time stuff. There's a lot of really good stuff on this tape. It's just I mean, obviously, you know, everybody's just a little disappointed, right? Because you walk away with a real tough ending. So, anyways, right here we've got Scramble drill. This is just as good as it gets. Watch Cortland. Okay, boom. Cortland's on a sit route. Russ starts to scramble out. He's going to retreat, find some green grass. Okay, Russ gets out of there. Cortland finds some green grass. Russ finds him. Big time stuff. Cortland, I think, of all the receivers, I think Cortland did the best job in Scramble drill week 1. So I thought he did the best job, if you're just asking for my opinion, which I guess you are because you're watching the video, but of reacting in Scramble drill. So that's a really, really good job. Now we've got what? We've got another Sutton reaction in Scramble drill, okay? So they're trying to set up spear. They're going to try to work play action. They're trying to set up spear, or you could really call it like a modified dagger, or you could just straight up call it dagger, depending, okay? Where we've got this spear route, that's 1. This in route's 2. But again, guys, I want you guys to have eyes on Sutton, okay? Eyes on Sutton. Watch his reaction once we get in a Scramble drill, okay? Russ starts to move out of the pocket, okay? Even though it's not a full-blown scramble situation, starts to move out of the pocket. Sutton turns, finds green grass again, and then they deliver. So this is where it's like, man, there were a couple of them where Sutton did a really good job working with Russ. You could see some of the timing. You could see them just have a good feel for each other, okay? I think there were plenty of things to bash about, like not playing in the preseason when you kind of saw some of the tape. But I'm a huge fan of what we had going on. So right here, we've got a little tight end wheel. We've got the post from number 1. That's our first progression. We got the wheel. That's our second. Really, this is a design shot play to go to the wheel. We're going to work it off of play action. Boom. Love the head and eyes from Russell here. Look at him head and eyes into that fake, right? You guys see that? That's really good stuff. Love the head and eyes into the fake. Comes alive. Can you nitpick this throw? Yeah, you definitely can. You can definitely say, man, if you could have got this up and down a little bit quicker over 56, we all of a sudden might have a touchdown. You definitely could. I come more from the category of, like, I think this is a good football. I think, honestly, 83 could do a little bit more to make it a little bit better. Like, let's just go ahead and sprint to the football and have late hands. But, you know, heck of a catch, too. So it's hard for me to really knock, you know, him. Anyways, now we've got a bad, okay? We've got empty stick nod. This isn't good. I love what the Broncos have designed here, because what they have is they've got a little where they're going to let Jerry Jeudy try to win here. That's 1, okay? Then they've got the stick nod. That's 2. They've got KJ. That's 3, okay? My big thing right now is when you're looking at this, you can see Jerry Jeudy, right? Hey, he's bracketed. We don't have him. So now Russ moves on, okay? Hey, we're locked here. We don't have the stick nod. But you've got to get to KJ right here, man. Look at KJ. KJ is wide open. We've got to get to KJ, okay? Russ gets out of the pocket, unfortunately takes a sack. Those are the kind of things we can't have. So you got to get to KJ Hamler on the empty stick nod. Listen, with every breakdown, everyone always gets so mad about this. They're like, well, you're not in the... No doubt I'm not in the quarterback room. But the way things are designed and based on watching the quarterback's eyes, you can tell us what they're thinking. And if they're not, they're not, okay? But at the end of the day, it's not like I can sit in 32 NFL quarterback rooms, right? Okay? But to me, it's like, Russell, you can see him work Jerry first, right? Okay, there's Jerry. There's Courtland. We got to get to KJ or give KJ a split second longer, okay? Instead, we bail out of the pocket. End up taking the tackle for loss. Just one of those things we can't have, okay? We're back to good, though, okay? Back to good, and we've got a slot takeoff here, okay? Seattle is in what we're calling cover one hole, where you've got this deep defender. That's our center fielder, okay? You've got this hole player right here. We got man-to-man across the board. Russell's going to do a really good job of finding his slot takeoff in Judy. And then watch Jerry, guys. I want everybody to watch Jerry. Watch how he just crosses up this defender, gets outside. Russ does a good job getting it up and down. Could that football have been better? Absolutely. Definitely could have. Are you more concerned on 3rd and 2 with completing the ball than getting 6? Yeah, so I think that's why you saw him take a little bit off it. It's not to excuse it, right? We're not going to sit here and make an excuse for him. It definitely needs to be a better football. But on 3rd and 2, man, we're trying to get this thing up and down to ensure that we convert. And he was doing that. Jerry does the rest. Pretty big time stuff, okay? Now I've got a good bad here. This is just a scramble drill, okay, situation. So the good, I want to talk about the good first. The good is the fact that we can have a play like this where we're covered here, we're covered here, we're covered here. This guy's a free runner, and we can extend this play. So that's the good, right? The bad is this decision. He is wide open. There's no doubt about it. But this is the NFL. We cannot float things. Okay, it almost turns into an INT. So that's the good-bad dynamic there. Is the good is like, man, extending the play, that's really big-time stuff. The bad, okay, is this the NFL? We can't float stuff, right? We just can't have it. So that's how you get a little good-bad here. The good is the fact that this isn't a negative play already, okay? The fact that he's able to then stick his foot in the ground, make 2 guys miss. That's the bad, okay, is the fact that we sailed it up in the air and outside. We just can't have it. Now we're in our so close segment, and I want to preface this by saying, Broncos fans, I'm sorry, but we have to cover it, okay? So the so close segment is, this is 2 clips from the red zone where it's like, good gracious, we should have had it, okay? And by we, I mean the offense. Look at this. Little play action, right? Little boot action here. Boom, boot action gets to it. This tight end is wide open. Again, can we throw him a little bit more upfield? Sure. Can we put a little bit more tempo on this ball to try to get it up and down? Absolutely. Ugh. But if we're a tight end in the NFL, man, we have to make these contested catches to win football games. Okay? That to me is a gotta have it. It's just a gotta have it, in my opinion. Now, I'm a quarterback, right? Former quarterback. Shouldn't say quarterback because really I just like had a cup of coffee and then they fired me so fast. And it was Jeff Fisher firing me, which kind of makes it worse. But this is the second so close, which is like, 1, I do like the play design and call. But 2, I mean, I want you guys to see this from the tight if you're a Broncos fan, because it's like, look at this, okay? We're going slow-mo. Ball's in his hand. 1, oh, it is an inch. It's not even an inch. It's a half a centimeter. It's more than half a centimeter. But, oh, like it's right there. It is right there, man. Right there. I feel for y'all. I feel for y'all. Okay? All in all, really good first outing for the Broncos offense in a lot of ways. Okay? There were a couple things to improve. We got in a scramble drill a lot. I would maybe challenge Russ to play on time a little bit more. But all in all, man, I really think like Russell was this close to pulling it off in the Broncos offense. Ultimately, they didn't, right? Ultimately, they didn't. And the NFL is a what have you done for me, like right this second business. So unfortunately, they didn't. I got one more thing for you guys. Sorry. I got one more thing for you guys. I want you guys, if you don't mind, in the comments, to comment RIP Tyler, because my good buddy Tyler, I don't know if you guys can see this. Can we see that? Okay, there it is. It took me forever to get this shot, but I need you guys to comment RIP Tyler, because my good buddy, okay, took a very tough defeat in fantasy. I don't know if the lighting's good or bad, but took a really tough loss in fantasy to me. And I want you guys to comment for him. Let him know that you're feeling for him. RIP Tyler. We love you. We're thinking about you. It was a very tough week 1, and I'm sorry. He's a huge Broncos fan. I know he's watching this, and I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to do it to you. But 5 years ago, you called me a washed-up quarterback, okay, when I was dicing you up in Turkey Bowl. And now it's come full circle to where you lost by like 0.6 to a washed-up quarterback, and I'm sorry. But, guys, I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. Comment below. Make sure to let Tyler know you're sorry for him. And until next time, peace.